أهلا بيكم. هنكمل مع بعض the exercises of application 5. احنا عملنا واحدة، هنعمل مع بعض دلوقتي الباقي. Let's look at an exercise which is covering skills 20 to 23, right? Choose the letter of the word or group of words that best completes the sentence. دي الطريقة اللي بتيجي بيها دايما أسئلة الامتحان. Among these، طيب ادي هنا اول ما بشوف الجمله among these مكان، ما دام among يعني this is a phrase of place، يبقى هنعمل ايه؟ لازم هدور على فعل يجي في الاول. طيب بعد كده a highly elaborate form of communication. Form is a noun. A highly elaborate form of communication. A form of communication يعني this is a noun، بس أنا وصفته بإنه highly elaborate، وانتوا عارفين طبعا إن الصفات مش مهمة قوي. طيب يبقى أنا كأن هنا عندي subject، يبقى I need a verb. طيب أقول occur is a verb. Occurs is a verb. طيب يبقى أنا بختار إيه؟ أنا بقول A form. This is singular، يبقى occurs. Occurs a highly elaborate form of communication. طيب heated by solar energy have special collectors on the roofs to trap sunlight. طيب have is the subject، يبقى أنا ما عنديش هنا I do not have have is the verb, so I do not have a subject. I am looking for a subject. طيب a home is heated، لا ما ينفعش أقول is heated لأن the verb is have, so I only need a subject. طيب أقول homes are، that's the same, no verb is needed. A home، طيب ادي noun, just one noun, a subject. A home heated by solar energy have، طيب هو في غلطة هنا لأن a home is singular and I need a plural subject for the plural verb have. يبقى عندي الاختيار الصح الوحيد اللي هو homes heated by solar energy have special collectors. Homes have collectors. That's the sentence. So D is correct. دلوقتي بقى يعني if you look at the exercise from number 3 onwards, we have a new kind of exercise، وده برضو بيبقى جزء من الامتحان. Choose the letter of the underlined word or group of words that is not correct. في الشكل الأولاني احنا بنختار الجزء اللي يكمل الجملة صح، لكن في النوع ده من الأسئلة احنا بنعمل حاجة تانية، احنا بنختار الحرف بتاع الجزء اللي غلط في الجملة وهو ده اللي اكتبه. يعني مثلا هنا each number in a binary، انا حاولت ان انا معلش دلوقتي حاولت ان انا اجيب في الامتحان طبعا بيبقى كل جزء تحتيه خط تحتيه حرف A B C or D. انا حاولت اجيب دي تحت A binary فهي ضاعت مني، فانتوا ان A binary هي ال A. طيب نشوف بقى each number in a binary system are formed from only 2 symbols. طيب الفاعل عندي هو ايه؟ each number. طيب each is singular، يبقى الفعل بتاعها are؟ لا، يبقى the wrong part is are، يبقى مفروض ان انا بختار B. alright؟ طيب طبعا يعني انا ما بكتبش B، لكن احنا هنا لاننا بنعمل مع بعض يعني that's where we should indicate the incorrect part، لكن في الامتحان you only answer in the answer sheet. طيب مش ضروري بقى نقول. Scientists at the medical center is trying to determine if there is a relationship between saccharin and cancer. طيب أنا عندي A اللي هي is trying وبعدين to determine دي B و is دي C saccharin and cancer كلها على بعضها G. طيب فين الغلطة هنا؟ الغلطة أنا بقول scientists is trying that's the verb. طبعا هي غلط، عشان تبقى صح لازم تبقى scientists are trying. So I choose A to put or to shade in my answer sheet. هو ده الاختيار اللي أنا بظلله قدام رقم 4 في الورقة بتاعة الإجابة. طيب let's look at number 5. On the rim of the Kilauea volcano in the Hawaiian Islands are a hotel. بقول are a hotel ولا is a hotel؟ طيب دي طبعا number C، دي تالت واحدة اهي. The rim دي A، Hawaiian Islands B، R C. معلش يعني لما هيكون في الامتحان هتلاقوا ان هم مكتوبين بشكل مظبوط تحت، كل واحدة تحت الجزء اللي بتشير إليه. طيب يبقى on the rim whatever are a hotel لا is a hotel، يبقى B is wrong. B is the correct answer. طيب number 6. The great digital advances of the electronic age such as integrated circuitry and a microcomputer has been planted in tiny chips. معلش هي A great digital circuitry has planted يعني ادي A that's A that's B that's C and that is D. نقراها كده تاني. The great digital advances طيب of the electronic age مش مهم such as integrated circuitry and a microcomputer has been planted in tiny chips. طيب أنا بقول such as integrated circuitry and a microcomputer، يبقى أنا عندي هنا إيه؟ singular ولا plural؟ plural. I have a plural here. So مفروض تبقى has been ولا have been؟ have been. So the incorrect part is has, which is B. Let's look at number 7. There are many frequently mentioned reasons why one out of four arrests involve a juvenile. There are many frequently mentioned reasons why 1 out of 4 arrests. 1 is the subject, involve is the verb. Singular subject should have a singular verb، مفروض انها تبقى involves a juvenile. طيب مفروض انها دي اللي بختارها اللي هي الجزء الغلط. طيب Kepler's laws principles outlining planetary movement was formulated this is incorrect, it should be small letter, was formulated based on observations made without a telescope. طيب أنا بقول Kepler's laws principles outlining الجزء اللي ما بين two commas ده انتوا عارفين ده اللي بنقول عليه الابوزيتيف البدل. طيب الفعل عندي هو ايه؟ Kepler's laws. Kepler's laws was ولا Kepler's laws were؟ يبقى the wrong part is A. يبقى the correct choice I make is A. هو ده اللي بكتبه. أنا بكتب الفيجر الحرف بتاع الجزء الغلط. Let's look at number 9. Only with a 2/3 vote by both houses are the US Congress able to override a presidential veto. طيب. Only with a 2/3 vote. طيب. انتوا عارفين يعني عشان نشرح بس عشان تبقوا يعني this is how you think. With a 2/3 vote طبعا دي prepositional phrase نشيلها. By both houses اللي هي houses هنا اللي هي الحزبين الديمقراطي والجمهوري في أمريكا. By both houses يبقى برضو أشيلها. يبقى كأن الأساس عندي هو إيه؟ Only are the US Congress. طيب the US Congress this is plural or singular? It's singular. يبقى only is لأن طبعا أنا ابتديت ب only نفي يعني الفعل بيجي قبل الفاعل بس الفاعل هنا singular يبقى برضو الفعل مفروض يبقى singular. دي غلط لأنها كان لازم تبقى is the US Congress able to override a presidential veto. طيب let's look at number 10. Of all the evidence that has piled up since Webster's paper was published, there is no new ideas to contradict his original. مش ضروري نبقى فاهمين بس تعالوا نبص. Of all the evidence that has piled up. طيب evidence طبعا دي مفرد يبقى has piled up دي برضو مفرد. طيب since Webster's paper was published there is no new ideas. طيب الفعل هو ideas والفعل هو is طبعا مفروض انها تبقى there are no new ideas to contradict his original يبقى الغلطة دي A يبقى الغلطة هنا في B. alright B is the wrong one. To contradict his original theory. معلش دول مكتوبين بطريقة يعني هو بيبقى صعب انهم يتكتبوا تحت بعض بالظبط. طيب let's look at exercise 1 to 23. دي تقريبا بتغطي معظم اللي خدناه لان احنا هنا في application 5 للمحاضرة الخامسة يعني. Choose the letter of the word or group of words that best completes the sentence. طيب نشوف number 1. Several successful attempts. Robert Peary reached the North Pole on April the 6th, 1909. طيب الجملة الأساسية بتاعتي Robert Peary reached the North Pole on April the 6th, 1909 وكان ممكن انها تبقى جملة كاملة. طيب لكن أنا هنا عندي جزء تاني في الأول مفصول بكوما عن الجملة الأساسية. طيب هقول after several unsuccessful attempts he made several when several his several طبعا هي after several unsuccessful attempts. طيب let's look at number 2. The musical instrument is 6 feet long. ممكن دي تبقى جملة. The musical instrument subject is verb. طيب يبقى أنا هنا هبقى عايزة إيه؟ يا إما عايزة phrase adjective phrase بتوصف instrument يا إما عايزة adjective clause برضه بتوصف instrument. طيب is called the bass? No. أنا يا إما يبقى عندي connector يا إما يبقى عندي reduced clause زي ما احنا عارفين اللي هي بتبقى أساسا كان فيها فعل وفعل وبيتشال. طيب نشوف إيه اللي عندنا هنا. طبعا is called the bus ما تنفعش. It is برضو لا. called the bus يبقى the musical instrument called. عندي called the bus و calls. طبعا calls is a verb. هي مفروض انها which is called the bus، وانا خليت الكلوز تبقى phrase فشلت الفعل والفعل وقلت بس the musical instrument called the bus is 6 feet long. Let's look at number 3. One problem with all languages. طيب one problem with all languages ممكن نقول ان ده subject. they are. طيب they are دي clause تانية يبقى فيها subject اهو they و are، يبقى انا ما عنديش verb وما عنديش connector. نشوف هنا كده في verb connector. One problem with all languages when no so no is that they are full of irregularities زي الإنجليزي كده معلش. طيب let's look at number 4. Of economic cycles been helpful. been ده نص يعني part of a verb. It's not a complete verb. In predicting turning points in cycles, they would have been used more consistently. أنا عندي أهو they would have been دي clause كاملة أهو، يبقى أنا هنا عايزة a subject and a verb. They would have been، يبقى أنا عايزة subject and verb. طيب نشوف عندنا إيه. Psychological theories have برضو لأ. had psychological theories of economic cycles been، يبقى هي دي الجزء اللي أنا عايزاه، لأن أنا قلت عندي جزء من الفعل اللي هو been and I need the other part and I need the subject. يبقى had psychological theories، طبعا مش مهم of economic دي، يبقى had psychological theories been helpful, comma they would have been used more. alright. طيب هنا طبعا مفهوم ان انا كان عندي if لكن شلت if لان الconditional هنا بتبتدي بهاد، فهاد او فيها had فممكن had تيجي في اول الجمله and I omit if. طيب let's look at number 5. Hospital committees spent weeks agonizing over which artificial kidney candidate would receive the treatments. Now find that the decision is out of their hands. طيب. Hospital committees that once spent weeks agonizing over which artificial kidney candidate would receive the treatment now find that the decision is out of their hands. artificial kidney candidate اللي هو المريض اللي على جهاز الكلى الصناعي. Hospital committees that once spent weeks. لأن أسفة هنا مفيش كوما ولا حاجة، لكن الكوما بعد committees. Hospital committees that once spent weeks agonizing اللي قضوا أسابيع agonizing عمالين يعني بيتألموا over which artificial kidney candidate would receive the treatments. Now find هو ده بقى الفعل بتاعها. Hospital committees now find that the decision is out of their hands. طيب let's look at the next exercise. here we are choosing the part which is wrong. بختار الجزء اللي غلط. ده اللي بعلمه في ورقة الإجابة يبقى هو اللي صح. يعني إذا الغلطة مثلا A يبقى أنا هكتب A. الغلطة B يبقى أنا هكتب B. طيب more than half of the children in the 1,356 member district qualifies for reduced price or free lunches. طيب more than half of the children. طيب انا لما بيبقى عندي more حسب السبجكت اللي جاي بعد كده بيبقى الفعل. انا بقول more than half of the children يعني السبجكت هنا جمع، يبقى المفروض تبقى qualifies ولا qualify؟ they qualify. لكن افرضوا انها مثلا كانت more than half the butter، اقول was ولا were؟ طبعا هقول was. لكن children جمع يبقى هتبقى more than half the children were، او يعني whatever اي فعل هيبقى في ال plural يبقى more than half the children qualify. Let's look at number 7. 5 miles beyond the hills where a fire. صح اهو ان الفعل جه قبل الفاعل علشان عندي a phrase of place. Where a fire with its flames reaching up to the sky. صحيح الفعل جه في الأول صح، بس هو غلط لأن أنا بقول where a fire، لا هي was a fire. was a fire لأنها مفرد. Cattle drums what were first played on horseback were incorporated into the orchestra in the 18th century. دي نوع من يعني it's a musical instrument، نوع من أنواع الطبول. طيب أقول cattle drums what were first played on horseback؟ what ولا which؟ cattle drums which were first played يبقى number A is incorrect. which were first played on horseback were incorporated into بقت في الأوركسترا من ضمن الأوركسترا الطبول دي في نهاية ولا في القرن ال 18. Let's look at number 9. When is a flag hung upside down? It is an internationally recognized symbol of distress. عندما ينكس العلم ده رمز عالمي للحزن. طيب when is a flag؟ أنا عندي هنا سؤال ولا عندي جملة؟ I do not have a question, so the verb should not come before the subject. يبقى هقول when a flag is hung upside down it is an internationally recognized symbol of distress. طب تبقى الغلطة فين؟ الغلطة هنا when is a flag مفروض تبقى a flag is، يبقى الغلطة في A. Let's look at number 10. The Museum of the Confederation in Richmond hosts. طيب الجزء ده صح. The museum hosts كلمة هو حتى لو ما مش عارفاها لكن فيها S وجاية بعد الاسم it's a verb. Museum singular hosts singular. طيب the Museum of the Confederation in Richmond hosts an exhibition which documenting the origins and history of the banner that most Americans think of as the Confederate flag. طيب which documenting هي documenting دي is a verb ولا part of a verb؟ يا إما أقول which is documenting يا إما الأصح إني أقول which documents. المهم إن الغلطة في documenting. alright اللي هي هتبقى في B. طيب, let's look at the answer key so you can have a look at it when you're studying. يعني this is what we had in the CD before this one, so we're not going to look at it again. طيب, that's exercise 20 to 23. And this is exercise 1 to 23 again. All right, let's look at application 6, which is an exercise or a number of exercises covering the points we studied in lecture number 6. All right? Right. Circle the word or words that indicate that the sentence should have parallel parts. Underline the parts that should be parallel, then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. After retirement, he plans on traveling to exotic locations. Dine in the finest restaurants and playing a lot of golf. أنا عندي فين الحاجة اللي بتقول إن لازم يبقى عندي parallel structure؟ and. وطبعا and بقولها في الآخر بيبقى قبل كده we use commas. He plans on traveling to exotic location. Dine? لا. It should be dining. عشان تبقى صح لازم تبقى dining in the finest restaurants and playing a lot of golf. She was both surprised by and pleased with the seminar. طيب أنا عندي both and. طيب, the parts that should be parallel are the parts that come after both and after and. طيب أنا عندي surprised by, pleased with, they are parallel. This sentence is correct. What came after the break was even more boring than had come before. طيب أنا عندي more than. طيب يبقى أنا بقول what came after the break was even more boring than. يعني all right, more boring than. طيب يبقى what came after the break? More boring than had come before. لا, فين الفاعل هنا؟ زي ما بقول what came لازم أقول than what had come before. He would find the missing keys neither under the bed or behind the sofa. طيب أنا قلت under the bed is parallel to behind the sofa. طيب لكن أنا بقول neither or لا, it should be neither nor. Incorrect paired conjunction. Depending on the perspective of the viewer, the film was considered type laudable, BLE دي نهاية الصفة. Mediocrity دي نهاية الnoun. Or horrendous type. Or is the part that says we should have parallel parts. طيب مفروض إن laudable, horrendous, these are adjectives. This should also be an adjective. Shouldn't be a noun. Should be mediocre. The adjective is mediocre. He exercised not only, type not only, but also. But also, this is the paired conjunction. He exercised not only, type in the morning, but he also exercised every afternoon. Not only, أنا بقول not only in the morning، ما أقولش بقى but he also exercised every afternoon، لكن أقول but also every afternoon. يبقى هشيل هنا إيه؟ but also every afternoon. Not only in the morning but also every afternoon. يبقى عندي in the morning بتوازي every afternoon. Working 4 days per week is much more relaxing. More relaxing than. طيب أنا بقول بقى إيه؟ Working 4 days per week. Working 5 days per week. طيب these are the parts that should be parallel, and they are. Working 4 days per week is much more relaxing than working 5 days per week. Sam is always good-natured, generous, and helps you. This is incorrect. Good-natured is an adjective, generous is an adjective, but helps is a verb. كان ممكن أقول and he helps you، لكن يبقى برضو مش حلوة، لكن I should change helps, which is a verb, into an adjective. And helpful. وطبعا helpful يبقى مش مفروض يبقى عندي you. Right? طيب. Either you have either or. طيب. Either or. Either you have to finish the project or the contract will be cancelled. طيب. You have to finish the project. You have to finish. Subject and verb. The contract will be cancelled. It's also a subject and a verb. So this is correct. The courses that you are required to take are more important than the courses that you choose. طيب احنا بنقول more important than لازم يجي قبلها وبعدها parallel parts. طيب يبقى the courses that you are required to take والتانية the courses that you choose. Parallel. Let's look at exercise 24 to 26. Choose the letter of the word or group of words that best completes the sentence. Truman Caput's in cold blood. معلش Truman Caput ده اسم واحد ممثل. Cold blood ده اسم فيلم، فمفروض انه يبقى على فكرة يعني اسامي الكتب، اسامي الافلام، اسامي المسرحيات مفروض انها بتبقى بخط مايل. Truman Caput's in cold blood is neither journalistically accurate. ما دام قلت neither يبقى لازم اقول nor complete fictitious. Let's see. Truman Caput's in cold blood is neither journalistically accurate لازم يبقى بعد كده زي ما بقول neither journalistically accurate لازم يبقى عندي adverb و adjective وراه. nor completely. بصوا هنا دي بس كانت يعني it was a misprint. مفروض ان دي completely ومش عارفه الحقيقه اكملها ازاي، هتكمل ولا لا. طيب is neither journalistically accurate صفة. على فكرة يعني مش احنا بنقول ان الاسم بتوصفه صفة. the adjective describes a noun. the adverb describes an adjective. يعني accurate is described by journalistically which is an adverb. يبقى أنا برضو it was neither journalistically accurate nor, there's no full stop here, nor fictitiously nor completely. I don't know how, why is it repeated? I did not repeat it. All right, you know how to write completely anyway. I do not know. يعني طبعا انتوا عارفين completely ما فيش ال ly دي ومش عارفه. Wait a minute. شوفوا يعني there is something wrong with the tables here. الخانات بتاعت الصفحه، لكن هي nor completely fictitious. طيب let's look at number 2. Vitamin C is necessary for the prevention and ما دام قلت prevention and يبقى لازم اجيب كلمه زي prevention which is a noun، يبقى and cure. Cure is the only noun here. and cure of scurvy. scurvy ده معلش انا ناسيه، لكن هو المرض اللي بيجي من نقص الموالح. طيب let's look at number 3. A baby's development is influenced by both heredity and طيب both heredity and بعد both في heredity يبقى and another noun and by environmental factors. by both heredity. انتوا فاكرين لما قلنا في محاضرة من المحاضرات إذا قلت is influenced by both heredity and environmental factors. يعني heredity دي اسم و environmental factors دي اسم، لكن ما اقدرش اقول by environmental factors. both heredity and environment. All right? both heredity and environment. لأن لو كنت قلت is influenced both by heredity يبقى أقول and by environmental factors، لكن by جت في الأول، فزي ما جه بعد both يجي بعد and. لو كنت قلت هقولها تاني is influenced both by heredity يبقى كان لازم أقول and by environmental factors، لكن إذا كانت by جت قبل كده يبقى هتبقى is influenced by both heredity and environmental factors. اللي حصل بس إن أنا يعني قلت and factors اديتها صفة اللي هي لا ما من غير صفة حتى. both by heredity and environment. Let's look at number 4. Because bone loss occurs early. bone loss اللي هو هشاشة العظام يعني، واسمها كمان osteoporosis. Because bone loss occurs earlier in women than، أنا بقول earlier in women، يبقى مش هقول than men. دي زي اللي فاتت قبل كده اللي قلت لكم ما دام باي جت قبل both يبقى ما اقولهاش. طيب لكن هنا انا قلت earlier in women than، ما اقولش men، يبقى than in men، واهي than in men. right؟ طيب نفس الجملة دي كان ممكن أقول because bone loss occurs earlier أو occurs in women earlier than men. The effects of osteoporosis اللي هي هشاشة العظام are more apparent in women. طيب choose the letter of the underlined word or group of words that is not correct. Fire extinguishers الحاجات اللي بتطفي النار can contain طفايات الحريق يعني can contain liquefied gas, dry chemicals or watery. طبعا watery is an adjective لكن أنا I am adding nouns gas, chemicals, water or water. يبقى the wrong part is water D. The US Congress consists of both the Senate as well as the House of Representatives. معلش الكلام في حاجات كبيرة وحاجات صغيرة never mind. The US Congress consists of both the Senate as well as ما ينفعش أقول both as well as أنا دايما بقول both and يبقى consists of both the Senate and the House of Representatives. The prison population in this state now at an all-time high is higher than any state. The prison population in this state now at an all-time high يعني عالية زيادة عن اللزوم يعني is higher than any state. Higher than any state أنا بتكلم على the prison population not the state. يبقى الصح كان يبقى ايه the prison population in this state now at an all-time high is higher than it is at any state. Alright? Then I'm talking about the prison population is higher than it is at any state. يبقى الغلطة فين؟ الغلطة في دي. طيب let's look at number 8. A well-composed Baroque opera achieves a delicate type. A well-composed Baroque opera achieves طيب يبقى الفعل هنا صح singular and singular. A well-composed Baroque opera achieves a delicate balance by focusing alternately طيب by لازم يجي وراها noun وfocusing انتوا عارفين ان ال present participle we use it as a noun. By focusing alternately on the oral وoral على فكرة مش كده طيب on the oral visual emotional and طيب أنا عمالة بجمع إيه على بعض oral visual emotional كلها صفات and philosophy ولا مفروض تبقى philosophical elements يبقى the wrong part is D. Manufacturers may use food additives for preserving, to color, to flavor, or to fortify foods. طيب أنا عندي or يبقى مفروض إن كل حاجة تبقى يعني إذا كان gerunds يبقى gerunds إذا كان infinitives يبقى infinitives. يبقى manufacturers may use food additives to preserve الغلطة هنا في B لازم تبقى to preserve, to color, to flavor, or to fortify foods. طيب a bankruptcy إفلاس may be either voluntary nor لا ما بنقولش either nor بنقول either or يبقى D is the incorrect part. All right, let's look at the answer key because we are running out of time, and next time we're going to finish the rest of exercise, the rest of application 6 and the whole of application 7. Let's look at the answer key. These are the ones we did. All right, this is the one we're going to do next time, so we don't have to look at it. Look at that again. All right, we meet again for the last session in the application CDs. Thank you very much.